Hi friends, this is Mohammed Jibran and welcome to our HTML tutorials. In this video, I'll be showing you some more basics of HTML as our series for basic HTML and CSS continues. So for the beginning, we'll open our previous file which we created till yet. So this was our file which we created in our last video. We have some headings, some paragraphs using some break tags, and then we have some list, unordered list, and the ordered list. Okay, so this was our page which we created till yet. So now let's work on this page. Right now our web page is not at all attractive because it has no background color, no images, no fonts. So no one like a web page like this. So to make our web page interesting and good looking, we'll add some background colors to it and some nice looking fonts. So for that, first I need to get the copy of our code. So first we'll do a view page source, then you copy all the coding which we did till yet. Okay, just copy and paste it, and open a new text file, just paste it. Oops, I forgot this one, right? HTML. So let me give you a quick review of what we did till now. All the elements or all the web page should begin from beginning tag HTML and should end at the ending tag HTML. In between these tags only you can add the contents. After the HTML tag, you have the head tag, beginning and ending. In that you have a title tag which defines your title of the web page, which comes over here. As you can see, my HTML page, which we said over here, my HTML page. Okay, so these are our heading tags, h2, h3, h5 till h6. Then we have p as in for paragraph. Then we have br, means break. Then we have the unordered list, li means the points. Then the ol list, which is the order list. Then these are the points. So this was the page which we created in the previous video. So now let's add some styling to our web page. So the first thing I want to do is to add some give some background color to our web page, because I don't like this white background. So let's change it. I'll go to my head section. In that I'll add one more section, that's style. I'll say type equals text slash CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheets, which is used for designing the web pages, which describes all the designs of a web page, how a web page should look, what the design of a web page should have. So like that, all the stuff will be explained in your CSS files. So first let me do something for our background. So for that I'll give all the colors to the body. Okay, press again. Now in that I'll say first I want to change the background color, so I'll change that background color. Let's say I want it to be yellow. Okay, now save it, save. Okay, now give it the name test.html. yes, replace it, and go to your browser, just refresh your page, and your background color has been changed to yellow. So you see how simple it is to change the background color. Or if you want another one, let's add red. Go, save it, refresh it. See, your color has been changed. Now let's make it to yellow. Okay, now suppose if I want to, just a second, right, if I want to give another background for my heading 1, I want the background color of heading 1 should be different from my page background. So for that what I'll do the same thing for h1, but instead of body I'll write this should be for h1. Now the background color of H1 should be red, right? So I'll again save it, refresh it. See, the background for our H1 has now became red, as we said over here. I want the background color of my H1 tag to be red. Okay, similarly I can do it for H2, H3, H4 also. So for H2 I'll say my color should be blue. Okay, now let's check it, save, refresh, blue, done. Now here I will say black for my H3, save it, go refresh it. Now black color. Then you can do the similar thing for H4, H5 and H6 and also. Now I'll do something for the paragraph, which is these things. Now I'll change the color of these things. How? Let's see. I want it to be, say, green. Okay, save, go refresh. Okay, now the background of all the paragraph has converted to green. Okay, so now again I'll go and now what I'll do is I'll give some codes of color instead of the direct color name. Hash 00FF00. So it's a code for the color, and I'll tell you how to get this color. So first we'll save it, then we'll go to our browser, we'll refresh it, and you see the color of our paragraph has been changed to light green from dark green. How this was possible? The code which you gave over here is the HTML code of colors. And how do you know about these colors? You just have to do a little Google search. Just go in there and type HTML color codes. Okay, so the first link which will be coming to you will be HTML color codes info. Okay, HTML color codes.info. Just click on that, and this website will give you all the codes necessary for you to work on your web page. You see, this is the code which I used. You click here. If you want this color, you have to use this code. If you want this color, you have to use this code. If you want to use this color, then you have to use this code. So how simple it is to get the code of any color. Just remember this website, htmlcolorcodes.info. Then I'll show you one more thing, or one more method to add the colors. Let's say RGB. R means red, G means green, B means blue. So I'll give the combination of these colors as red value should be 250, green value should be 0, and blue value should be 255. Now again I'll save it, browser, refresh. See, the color has been again changed. So how do I know this combination? Simple, go to that same page again. See, RGB. That's how you get the value of red, green, blue. Another way is getting the HSV value by in the percentage. Okay, you can get those values from here. So in all, we have 4 ways to give our color to any background. First is RGB values, HSV values, number 2. Number 3 will be the code, or number 4 will be giving the direct name. That's the simplest one. So these all were the methods by which you can give different colors to your background. And now let's work on our text. Suppose if you want to change your, let me remove this background, it's not at all looking nice. H3 gone, save it, browser, refresh it. Now it's fine. So suppose if I want to, okay, let's make that problem again, I will show it. Okay, so now we are unable to see the text in our heading 3 or h3 tag. So now I can see if my text is in white color, I can see my heading. So if I could make my font color of h3 white, then I can see the text in it. So let's try to make it. How do I make that? I'll say in h3 color white. Okay, background color gives the background color of any element as body, h1, h2 or whatever you want to describe, but just using the keyword color will give the color to the text. Okay, so now let's see if it works. We'll save it, we'll go to our browser and we'll refresh it, and now see your text is visible. Okay, I'm not at all selected, the text is not at all selected, but still you can see that text because the text has been changed to white. Now let me make this heading 4 as red. Heading 4, okay, we did not give the color, so now we'll make heading 2 to be red. Heading 2, I'll say color red. I will save it, browser, refresh it. Okay, so this is how you can change your color of texts. Simple as that. Just use the keyword color. Okay, for background you need to use the background color, and for just the text color you need to use color. And after that, suppose if I want to give some spacing in the letters, okay, I want to give spacing between these letters. So what I'll do, in my paragraph only, I'll say letter spacing. I'll say suppose 20 px, that stands for pixels. Okay, save it, refresh it, and see all the letters has a distance of 25 pixels between them. Okay, 20 pixels, sorry. Okay, this is the letter spacing by which you can give the spacings to your letter. If you want, you can increase that also by 200. Save as. Oh, you see, that is the letter spacing. See how wide your page has gone. Now just remove it. So this is how you give spacing for your letters. After that, we'll go and work with line spacing or the line height. Let me refresh it. Okay. Save. Now refresh it. Now everything is back to its place. Suppose if I want to increase the height of between these two lines, for that I'll say line height. Let me give it 50 pixels. Okay, now save it, browser, refresh it. See, the height has been changed. Okay, this is the distance between any two lines. You can give the distance in pixels or in percentage also. Again, go and save the file, refresh it. Let's see, this is how you can change the heights of the line. Now let's remove that, delete. Now we'll suppose if I, let me save it and make that file to be normal. So suppose if I want my heading to be centralized, I don't want my heading in left corner, I want it in the center. So for that, what I need to do, I'll go to my h1 tag. In that, I'll say text align, which means align my text. So where I want to align my text is in the center, right? So again, save it, browser, refresh it, right? So now your text came to the right side. Again, if you want it this heading 2 to be on the right side, just change this one to the right and copy and paste everything to here, and your h2 will go to the right side. Let us see. Right, okay. Now let's go to the browser. Now your text or heading 2 is in the right side. Now suppose if I want my heading 1 to have an underline, so for that I will simply say text decoration underline. Okay, semicolon, save it, go to browser, refresh it, and you have an underline in your heading 1. Suppose if I want to be overline or above the text, for that I'll say overline, I'll again save, browser, refresh. Now it's very small one, but I guess you can see there is a small black line above our heading 1, which says that our HTML code works fine. Or you can say a line through if you want a line inside your text. So for that you can say line through, save it, browser, refresh it, and you have a line between in your text. And so let me move this thing, and the next thing what we have is the known as the text transform. Suppose if I want to transform this text to the lowercase, I don't want my text to be like this, I want my text in the lowercase. So for that I'll say text transform to the lowercase. Now again I'll save, browser, refresh. Heading 1, which was written in the uppercase, has now changed to the lowercase. How? Just like this, just because of this line, text transform lowercase. If you check, your heading 1 is still in the uppercase, but your browser displays it in the lowercase because your HTML coding has been defined to display it as in a lowercase. So likewise you can do it. And suppose if you have a text in lowercase, you can make it uppercase by changing it to uppercase. Then you can add the word spacing. If I want these words to be apart from each other, I can set that also. Let's go to paragraph, and I'll say word spacing. Okay, word spacing, I'll give it the value of suppose 200 pixels. Again I'll save it, go to browser, refresh. See the distance between each of the word. Okay, so this was the word spacing. Then what we have is to work with the fonts. Let me save it and make everything normal. Now if I want to change the fonts, okay, so for that I need to do something like this. Suppose I want to change the font type of my paragraph. This font, I don't like this font, I'll change that font to something else. So for that I'll do something like this. I'll say font family, I'll say sans serif. Okay, I want this type of font. I'll save it, browser, browser. I'll refresh it. See, my text has been changed, my font has been changed. Likewise, you can give any other Times New Roman, Arial, or whatever you like. You can change your font to that type. And suppose if I want to increase the size of my fonts, for that I'll say font size. I want my font size to be suppose 50%, right? I'll save it, browser, refresh it. see font size has been reduced. I want a bigger one, save it, browser, refresh. Likewise, you can change your fonts, type of fonts, size of fonts. I'll remove this thing, and then you have the font styles. Okay, so for that, suppose if I want my fonts to be italic, okay, I want it to be a bit slightly bent, so for that I'll say font style, let me say italic. Okay, now I'll save it, browser, refresh it. Now everything is fine, but and it is italic, you can see it. Likewise, you have normal and oblique. If you want to make your text, you can style that way also. Okay, then after that, what you have is font variant, you have font weight. There are many things which are used in the HTML to set your fonts, but I think this is enough for this video. I think we are getting out of time, so this was a brief regarding your styling in HTML. Hope you understood the video, and thanks for watching.